Hi there. I want to address a question that we've had over and over again, and I still struggle with, frankly. I think everyone does to this day. It's like, if there's someone in charge of this world, if there's something in charge of this world, if there's a creator, if there's a plan, then why is there so much evil? Why is there so much pain? And we talk about this on an intellectual basis, I guess, on an academic basis. We say, well, we come to Earth to have experiences. We come to Earth to grow. These things help us to have something to push back against. And we can understand that to a certain point. But then we say, but I wouldn't like to go this far. If I were designing the Earth, yes, I would allow people to have discomfort, maybe a little bit of pain, maybe a little bit of lack, but no one would ever starve to death, or no one ever would ever get cancer, or certainly children would never get cancer. There wouldn't be mass death events. So we can think about, if I were the creator, if I were designing this, then it wouldn't be this bad. But the thing that I've thought about is, no matter how things are, pain is kind of relative. What we think is really bad is relative, and there are some limits to how much pain we go through on this earth. At a certain point in time, if we're having enough pain, then we pass out, we lose consciousness. All of our lives are limited. We don't live an infinitely long life. So there are some limits, but the question is, are the limits too broad? Should it be tightened up? Should we not allow certain things? So when I think about this, I think about, again, how things are relative, and I think about children. And we think about a child, a toddler that experiences something bad, whether it's you say, no, you can't have a cookie, we're going to have cookies tomorrow, or you eat dinner first, or whether it's pain that a child goes through, so they fall down, they scrape a knee. You notice that children will scream and scream out bloody murder. A teenager will tell their parent that they hate them if you tell them no for an event, because they think it's the end of the world. They think it's the end of their life. Things will never be better. And when you think about a child that falls and scrapes their knee, as an adult, we kind of look at them and we have empathy for them. We have sympathy for them. We care about their pain, but we know it's only a scraped knee, and we know it's going to heal. We know it's going to be okay. And if they're bleeding, we put a Band-Aid on it. And so we look at it from a perspective, from a higher perspective, from a relative perspective, and say that pain is really not that bad. It's not going to last that long. And I think this is true for people when we're in spirit. For people in spirit, they maybe kind of forget how wrapped up we are in this world, and how we feel like the pain is going to last forever, and how we feel that the pain is truly unbearable, until we compare ourselves maybe to someone who does have a terminal disease, for example. When we read books by people like Viktor Frankl, who was in a concentration camp and lost his family, and we realize sometimes that our pain is not as bad as we think it is, and there's a lot of good things going on as well. So that's my explanation for why things in the world are as bad as they are, because I'd say, no matter what the limit was, say the limit was the matter of having a hangnail, and we never experienced any pain worse than that. Well, that pain of the hangnail would feel like the worst, most unbearable pain that we could even imagine, right? We couldn't imagine any pain any greater. And that's kind of how we are in the world today. So I don't know if that makes people feel any better about the pain we're going through. It does for me, knowing that it is limited, both in time and in scope, and that knowing that maybe I don't have the right perspective in terms of how bad it actually is. And also knowing that there's always something to be grateful for, always something to look forward to, always something that we have that we're not maybe focused on when we're focused on the pain. So I want to close this with a short clip, a short humorous clip about a little girl. And imagine again that we're this person and we're being told no about something, and how she feels like this is just it. Nothing could ever be any worse than this.
And KFC. And McDonald's.
Chinese closed.
Chinese is closed too.
Oh! What doing this place?
All the deliveries. You've literally got to eat Mummy's cooking now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Pizza Hut's closed too.
So have a great day, and I'll see you soon.